Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song You've Got Everything Now by The Smiths. Of course, this song comes as a request from you guys, one of my viewers. So as always, if you want to be that person who requests something, just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to get to it. Alright, so at this point, I've heard a lot of music by The Smiths. I even mentioned, I think in the last review that I did for them, that, I think there's going to be a point where I've literally just reacted to every single song in their discography. I constantly get requests for The Smiths. And I'm happy to oblige. I pride myself in just adding every request to the list, and sometimes the list chooses The Smiths. So that's what we're listening to now. So let's give it a shot. You've Got Everything Now by The Smiths. Let's enjoy it. Here we go.
As merry as the days were long, I was right and you were wrong. Back at the old grade school, I would win and you would lose. But you got everything now. You got everything now. And what a terrible mess I've made of my life. Oh, what a mess I've made of my life. No, I've never had a job because I've never wanted one. I've seen you smile, but I've never really heard you laugh. So who is rich and who is poor, I cannot say. You are your mother's only son, and you're a desperate one. But I don't want to love her, I just want to be seen. Our friendship sadly lost. Well, it's true, and yet it's false. But did I ever tell you, by the way, I never did like your face. But you got everything now. You got everything now. And what a terrible mess I've made of my life. Oh, what a mess I've made of my life. No, I've never had a job because I'm too shy. I've seen you smile, but I've never really heard you laugh. So who is rich and who is poor, I cannot say. You are your mother's only son, and you're a desperate one. But I don't want to love her, I just want to be tied.
Okay, I can dig it. It was a nice, fast-paced, very pop-oriented song there. I thought it worked really well. I wouldn't say it was probably my favorite Smith song, but I think it had enough of what they do well to really warrant a second listen for sure. So anyway, let's jump into those lyrics like we always do. Let's see. So released in 1984, looks like Morrissey expresses his bitterness towards a person. Okay, oh wow, that expands it a lot. Morrissey expresses his bitterness towards a person whom he implies is only faking his happiness because Morrissey believes that having a casual life isn't enough. Morrissey changed the lyrics of this song very often in live performances too. As merry as the days were long, I'm right and you're wrong. Okay, interesting. This is from, I guess, the album of the same name, The Smiths. I'm just taking a quick look to see what all I've listened to so far. I've definitely listened to Reel Around the Fountain, You've Got Everything Now, Pretty Girls Make Graves, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, This Charming Man, Still Ill, and Suffer Little Children. Looks like I only have 3 or 4 more songs off this album to make it all the way through. Nice. So, like I said, eventually we'll make it through their entire discography at the rate that we're going. So, anyway, let's look at those lyrics. As merry as the days were long, I was right and you were wrong. Back at the old gray school, I would win and you would lose. But you've got everything now. You've got everything now. And what a terrible mess I've made of my life. Oh, what a mess I've made of my life. No, I've never had a job because I've never wanted one. I've seen you smile, but I've never really heard you laugh. So who is rich and who is poor, I cannot say. Oh, you are your mother's only son, and you're a desperate one. Oh, but I don't want a lover. I just want to be seen. Oh, in the back of your car. A friendship sadly lost. Well, this is true, and yet it's false. Oh. But did I ever tell you, by the way, I never did like your face. But you've got everything now, you've got everything now. And what a terrible mess I've made of my life. Oh, what a mess I've made with my life. No, I've never had a job because I'm too shy. I've seen you smile, but I've never really heard you laugh. So who is rich and who is poor, I cannot say. Oh, you are your mother's only son, and you're a desperate one. Oh, but I don't want a lover, I just want to be tied, oh, to the back of your car. Interesting how it goes from I just want to be seen in the back of your car to I want to be tied in the back of your car. As the whole song has commonly been viewed as an ode to Morrissey's school days and an expression of his frustration at other people's successes at the detriment of his own, this section of the lyrics morphs into something entirely different. Here, Morrissey is expressing a sexual fantasy or desire to be with them in the back of their car. Okay. However, the earlier line, did I ever tell you, by the way, I never liked your face, suggests that this is not for love, but for a feeling of sharing in their success and fame, and possibly an expression of Morrissey's inner conflict between envy and desire. This is emphasized with the use of the word tied, as it expresses how Morrissey only wants to experience a tie, a connection with this person, or more realistically, their success and fame. Interesting that whoever this genius contributor is definitely looking into the lyrics in a much different way than I think I would have approached it. But then again, I honestly don't know if I have like a solid grasp of what this song could be about. And the more I listen to the Smiths and the more I learn about Morrissey, I feel like that's how he wants it. He likes to write his lyrics sort of ambiguously, where many times you're left questioning what the song is about, or the sexuality of the protagonist, or if it's about romance or friendship or something entirely different. I mean, you're always left wondering at the end of the day when it comes to Smith's songs. So honestly, I have no idea. To me, it sounds like someone who sort of a will they, won't they, and it becomes a won't they, where it's like, yeah, we're kind of just friends at the end of the day. But lyrically, I thought it was interesting enough. There were a few lines in there, I think, just like with every Smith song, where I'm like, yeah, that was cool. That was a well-written line. Really grabbed my attention. That line particularly, where it was like, I've seen you smile, but I've never heard you laugh, I think is what he said. Yeah, I've seen you smile, but I've never really heard you laugh. To me, and that one, like, for some reason, really hit home. I don't know why. It was just like, wow, what a well-written line, and something to sort of envision as you're listening to this song. So, lyrically, I thought it was fine. I give it 2 thumbs up. As far as the instrumentation goes, as always, I like what Marr does here on guitar. I liked the bass work actually a lot. I think the bass really provided a nice just groove to the song. Drumming was, I think, fine. I really like Morrissey's delivery throughout this one. I think I've really come to appreciate his vocal style and his approach to a lot of these songs. I think this one was maybe a little bit too much on the pop side for me. I don't know if I really appreciated it as much as some of the other songs that I've heard from this band. I don't recall off the top of my head the name of the last song I heard from them, but I really liked it. I thought it had a really cool, like, fast-paced rock vibe, whereas this one was more of a fast-paced pop sort of styling, which was still fun, but just not quite what I typically go for, I guess. I feel like this, to me, this is kind of middle of the road Smiths, if you will, which is still saying a lot because I think they are a really talented band, and I like typically most of the songs that they put together. So this one was still a hit for me. Just didn't quite have enough of what I really, really want to get out of listening to the Smiths myself. So I still thought it was fine. Instrumentally, vocally, I give it a big thumb up. And as far as the replay value, I think this one might make it on the playlist. I don't know if it's going to get as much playtime as some of the other Smith songs that I really like. I've been really into How Soon Is Now recently. I've really enjoyed that one. So that one to me is like the high watermark right now, where I'm like, it's not probably going to get played as much as that, but I think it has some room on my playlist. So I'll still give it a thumb up for replay value. Overall, I thought it was a good song. I just don't think it captured my attention or my imagination the same way that a lot of other Smith songs have. So hoping for the next one to be maybe a little bit more just like in your face, or just have something that I can really appreciate. But this one was still really good. So thank you so much for whoever requested this one. Like I said, a pretty solid request. As always, if you want to be that person who requests something, just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to add it to my list. If you enjoyed the music like I did, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you should be able to find this song and plenty more Smiths at this point is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below. It has every single song I've heard so far on my channel, as long as it's on Spotify. And of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. Alright guys, that's going to be it. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.